Good morning. I hope you are fine. You are welcome to Science Grade 4 today. And today we are going to learn about scientific techniques and processes. Scientific techniques and processes. So, we are going to begin by defining the word environment, because we will be dealing with our surrounding each and every time and again. What is environment? Environment is anything that surrounds us. Anything that surrounds us, be it a living thing or a non-living thing, it is referred to as environment. What is environment? It is anything that surrounds us. If you can look aside, we are surrounded by different things, very many things, such as air, water, animals, plants, soil, etc. Very many things. We can understand better things which surround us by using sensory organs. By using sensory organs. In our previous class, we learned about sensory organs, and they are 5. What are they? Nose, eye, ear, skin, tongue. They are 5. They are referred to as 5 sensory organs. So, each of these organs has its specific function. They help us to conduct investigation. They help us to carry out different experiments in order to solve scientific problems. Why do we do scientific investigation? Why do we do scientific experiment? We do scientific experiment in order to find the solution to the problems scientifically. So, today is just but a simple introduction to this topic. That is topic 6, scientific techniques and processes. Scientific techniques and processes. By doing different or various investigations, we bring all these sensory organs on board. All these 5. Sensory organ and function. Eye. What is the function of eye? Eye is to sight. Eye is to seeing or vision. Nose for smelling. Ear, hearing. Tongue, tasting. Skin for feeling or for sensitivity. We use sensory organs to detect things around us. Sometimes you might be walking in your surrounding at home or in the compound, then you smell a certain nice smell comes. Then you begin smelling, oh, a sweet aroma from the kitchen, which means your nose will have helped you to detect the kind of smell around. Different things smell differently. So, sweet smell will be observed or will be observed by our nose, or bad smell. Let's look. However much these 5 sensory organs are very important during experiment or during scientific investigation, they have limitations. They have disadvantages. For example, limitations of using sensory organs in investigation. Sometimes the sensory organs don't give right information, and your main aim, your main objective during scientific investigation is to get the right information. So, whenever you fail to get the right information, that is a limitation. That is a weakness. That is a disadvantage. We need to use more accurate methods since these 5 sensory organs are limited. They have limitations. When measuring, for example, limitations of the eye. The eye is to see. So, when measuring, I will not give the actual length of height or width. For example, if you want to measure the height of this board, your eye will only see, but it will not give you the correct measurements that you wanted to write. When you want to measure the base of this wall, your eyes will only see, but will not be able to tell you what kind of the measurements or the figures. So, because it can fail to tell you the accurate information, that is what is called limitation. Sometimes our eyes cannot see microorganisms. The word micro means very minute, very small, that cannot be seen with our naked eyes. For example, microorganisms or germs, or sometimes you can call them pathogens. So that is also a limitation of the eye. That an eye fails to see what you really need to observe. And therefore, you will introduce the correct device which is called microscope. A microscope is an electronic device which is used to observe very tiny microorganisms that cannot be seen by our naked eyes. Limitation of the skin. What is the function of the skin here? Feeling or sensitivity. Our skin will help us to know whether it is hot or cold. But the skin fails to tell us the degree of hotness or the degree of coldness. What degree is it? Of course, it is very cold, and that is why you will go and wear a coat or sweater. But it will not tell you the degree of hotness or coldness. So, that is a limitation of a skin. The skin will feel the pain, but the degree of the pain will not be detected because that is a limitation. So the skin helps us to know whether an object is hot or cold. It cannot tell the degree of hotness or coldness. Therefore, we can use the right instrument called thermometer. Thermometer is an instrument that is used to tell the degree of hotness or the degree of coldness of an object. What is temperature? Temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of an object, which is being determined by a device called thermometer. Limitation of the tongue. Tongue testing. You want to know whether a food or a substance is sweet, whether it is bitter, whether it is sour. But the tongue will fail to determine the degree of sourness, the degree of bitterness, or how sweet it is. That is a limitation. Limitation of the nose. Nose is for smelling. Your nose will be able to give you the smell, whether an awful smell or good smell, but it will fail to tell the degree of that smell. That is a limitation. I hope we are together and we are understanding the limitations of these sensory organs. Limitation of the ear. As you walk, you are able to listen, to hear the sound. To hear the sound. But if the sound is decreased, if the sound becomes very low, your ear will not be able to hear. That is a limitation, that the ear cannot hear a low volume. There is activity here. Name the 5 sensory organs. Name 5 sensory organs. Nose, ear, eye, skin, and tongue. Give functions of each sensory organ. Eye, seeing or vision. Nose, smelling. Ear, hearing. Tongue, tasting. Skin, feeling or sensitivity. Activity number C. What is the work of a microscope? A microscope is an electronic device that is used to see or observe or to have a view at the microorganisms which we cannot see with our own naked eyes. Something that you can, very small, that you cannot see with your small eyes. My friend, use microscope. So when you go to our laboratories, in our schools, laboratories, in the hospitals, you will see what is called microscope. A dish is used to measure temperature. What is the answer there? Thermometer. Thermometer is used to determine temperature. Give limitations of the following. Skin, ear. Skin is for feeling and sensitivity. Skin will be able to tell us, is it cold, is it or hot, and what should we do? But it will not be able to determine the correct degree of hotness or the correct degree of coldness. That is a limitation. Ear may fail. So the failure of the ear to hear a low volume or a low sound, a lowly produced sound, that is a limitation. Thank you very much. I welcome you next time. God bless you.